Yeah, welcome, sex, snacks, and cinnamers.
Cinnamers. You guys are Cinnamers. That's your new name.
I guess our fans could be sinners.
Yeah, that works. Sorry, I'm doing this thing on my phone. So
Wow, fucking rude.
Super rude.
Believe her.
That's what I do. Okay, so this is, we noticed we've been doing a lot of the sexing part, but not a lot of the snacking or the cinema part.
Well, we tried snacking before, but we couldn't post our shit.
That's true. It didn't work out for us.
So maybe we'll do an ASMR video next month where we're just making, snack noises like. It'll be really great for you.
Yep.
ASMR folks.
Super hot.
Anyway, it's almost Halloween.
It is.
It's almost my birthday.
It is. Like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about horror movies.
Yes, we are.
So we'll just list off some ones that we think are great, maybe some that we don't think are so great. You wanna?
Wait, you just saw Midsummer. Did you like that?
Oh, Midsummer was so good.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't get to go see that one with you.
Directed by Ari Aster, who also directed Hereditary, which is also fantastic. A good forage in the new horror genre, because a lot of stuff that's coming out is junk right now.
Yeah, I feel that.
So it's really good. Not for the faint of heart. Lots of gore, some disturbing stuff, but it was good, solid horror film. I would
What
say.
kind of disturbing are we talking? Like mental? Like Psycho, the original black and white, is not like visually fucked, but that mentally fucked my world.
I think it's both, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much of the film, but and it's been done before, but it's about a girl who somehow gets roped into going on a trip to a foreign land, and she kind of gets swept up in this cult festival.
Oh, joy.
So you know how cults go.
That could be the start of a porn, too, though.
Thought we weren't talking about any sex.
Right, I'm sorry. My brain's in the gutter.
By the way, our names for this segment are Trick and Treat.
Trick and treat.
You're definitely the trick.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's no question about that. I'm all trick, motherfucker. So you saw Midsummer.
What was the last horror movie you watched?
That I watched?
Yeah, it's newer to you.
Shit.
Was it it?
Well, no, we watched Zombieland too, but
Okay.
that's not really.
We'll talk about it.
I mean,
It's a zombie movie.
Zombieland 2, it was actually just as fun as Zombieland 1.
Would you say it's better or not?
No, I wouldn't say better. I'd say if the first Zombieland movie had never been made, and I went and saw this one,
You'd be happy.
I would be like as excited to see this as I was seeing the original.
Okay.
It's fun. That's all.
Okay.
I mean, you can't expect more, It's just fun.
All right.
But it wasn't really horror. Like, it doesn't scare me. I
No.
wasn't checking under my bed for, like, Woody Harrelson, I don't know.
Well, let's talk about the new It.
Oh, yeah.
Second part came out.
Chapter 2.
We saw that one together.
We did, yeah. We went and saw Chapter 2 together. I liked the comedy aspects. I didn't like? The movie's 3 hours long, and Pennywise is in, like, 15 minutes of it.
I mean, but Hannibal's and Silence of the Lambs was only in, 8 minutes of the film?
I guess.
And it's a great film. Like, he makes such an impact. But
it's like Beetlejuice, too.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Beetlejuice is only in,
Yep.
like 20 minutes of the movie.
The movie to me was meh. I did like some of the LGBTQ that they shoved in there. I appreciated that, and I think that community really appreciated that.
Yeah.
But it just, compared to the 80s version, which I have not seen in a very long time, but I do remember it, and it terrified me, but I was a kid.
So that's the thing, like, are you remembering it fondly as a scary movie because you were so young that it legit scared the shit out of you? Or are you, you know, kind of, I think if you watched it now, you might be a little disenchanted.
I don't know though. Tim Curry is pretty creepy.
Tim Curry's wonderful in everything he does, but I don't know.
Except for when he puts on blackface. We don't talk about
You're not talking about that. You're talking about it. You just talked about it. You said we were talking about it.
Don't look that up. Don't look that up.
Don't look it up. It's, yeah. Tim Curry's known for being creepy, though. He's got those pointy eyebrows like Jack Nicholson.
You think it's the eyebrows? I think it's the really tiny nose.
Oh, yeah.
His nose is very tiny.
You're right. I don't know.
But, so what would you say is like your all-time favorite horror film?
Oh, man. Well, Reanimator.
Okay.
Reanimator's my all-time favorite horror film.
And for the folks who haven't seen it, what is it about?
Oh, it's an H.P. Lovecraft story. It's about Dr. Herbert West. And he brings the dead back to life using a reagent serum that he invented. But it was made on like a budget of 10 grand and like, it's not, I don't think it would legitimately scare anyone, but the gore's there. You know, that like 1980s, like oozy, pussy, like bubbly gore.
I'm super into that.
Oh yeah, it's pretty great. And the one-liners. I mean, they're trying to say these with straight faces. And
I liked the cat when it was attacking.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. He
That
brings a
scene's
cat.
pretty great.
He brings a cat back to life from the dead, not once, but twice. And he has a fight scene with a cat that's very clearly a doll.
Yeah, it's just like a black ball, and it's like furry ball, and it's fantastic.
It's so good. Anyways, if you haven't seen Reanimator, I would do yourself a favor and go see some Reanimator, because Jeffrey Combs is in it too. Jeffrey Combs too is another. He's a B horror actor.
Yes.
Like he did. What's the one on Netflix that everybody keeps raving about? The Would You Rather?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that yet.
He hosts it. The
Would You Rather? I think I have actually seen that.
Yeah.
Is that the one where they're all sitting at the table? There's like a porn star in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yep, he's in that, and he was in the remake of House on Haunted Hill. He was in The Frighteners. You're talking about an excellent horror movie, The Frighteners.
I haven't seen it.
What? Michael J. Fox?
Nope.
Busey, what's his name? Not Gary Busey, the younger Busey.
You've definitely got the old horror films like on lockdown.
That's true, but you're new. You're like, you got to see It Follows. You got to watch this. I think you'll like this.
Well,
and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It Follows is great. It's not the movie I think everybody should see. Like, I mean, it's good, but it's not like the best horror movie that's come out in the last 10 years.
Right.
You know, but like Hereditary is way better.
What was the okay? Let's ask, because you watch a shit ton of horror movies and you don't get as invested as like caught up in them as I do. Like I will let a story run away with me no matter how fucking absurd it is.
True.
What was the last movie that actually like freaked you out?
Honestly, and it's not a horror movie. The Road, which is a book by I think MacArthur or something.
Yeah.
It's a great book. It's beautiful. It's poetic. The way it's written. They made a movie of it.
Yeah.
And
what was it? Liam Neeson? No.
No.
Who was in The Road?
Vigo.
Vigo's
in it.
That's
Viggo
it.
Mortensen. And I went and saw it in theaters because I read the book and I was like, oh, I bet this is gonna be good. And you know, post-apocalyptic, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll just spoilers ahead in case anybody hasn't read it or seen it. But it's the end of the world. There are cannibals, and there's a scene in the movie where Vigo's son gets captured.
Yeah. Okay.
And they go into like this basement where they keep like the people that they're going to eat, and they're really emaciated and just not. They don't really look human anymore. And I just wasn't expecting it, like, in this movie. Like, I wasn't expecting, like, the
imagery?
Yeah.
And the concept behind it?
And, you know, they chase him in the basement, too, because they want... I don't know if they want to eat him or if they want help. Like, I don't remember, but it just freaked me out. I was like, ah! Like, it's a great movie, too. Very emotional. But, yeah, that was honestly probably the last time I was scared. And that was in theaters...
forever ago.
So long ago, probably
Jeez.
2010.
Really? Yeah. No, I can't do that.
When I was a babe.
Yeah.
I'm no longer a babe. Much more jaded.
Yeah. I don't know. I get sucked into the reality. No matter what I'm watching and how stupid it is or how ridiculous it is, I find like these things to relate to. I like the fantasy. That's the whole point of going to the movies.
But also, the problem with you is you get too scared. And you
I
can't
know,
watch
it's just
things.
so scary. I'm like, shut it off. I do sometimes. No, the last time I did that was what? I can't
Well, I
even
can't watch
remember.
ghost stuff with you. I want you to see.
God, I don't like that. Well,
I want her to see Haunting of Hill House so bad because it was
God.
so good. But
I said I will watch it during the day. That's my rule for the horror stuff.
Listen, we have this recorded. Okay, she never agreed to any such thing. Don't believe this. Bitch.
I can only watch real scary shit during the day because then I have enough time throughout the day to stop dwelling on it. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't like the imagery. Okay, here's the thing. I don't mind the demon and the ghost movies. I don't like that stupid fucking twitchy imagery shit. And they use it in every fucking ghost movie.
The T
where they're
word.
just like
I don't remember there being that much
people
of that.
don't move like that. It's not natural and it upsets me.
I still think the show will scare you, but it's really good. It's so good.
Maybe.
You know what scared this one last, which is a show that I fucking love. Mindhunter.
I didn't have nightmares from it. I
you were
did.
paranoid.
I had a nightmare that somebody broke into the.
Oh,
into
yeah,
my
I remember
window.
that.
Yeah, that was real vivid and very freaky. Yeah, but I got over that shit real quick. I watched the whole series.
David Fincher is he's great.
Yo,
Love him.
yo.
I want him to direct like an actual horror movie, though. Like he does thrillers. He's always on the thriller side of it more than.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like most of my favorite horror movies,
They're silly.
they're kind of silly or they're monster movies. Like, well, Your Next isn't. That's
Still a little
horror
silly.
movie.
It's still a little silly.
I love that one though.
That movie is great. I love it. That's a really good one if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, Your Next is fucking killer.
It got kind of lost in the shuffle too when it came out.
Yeah, yeah. If you're a fan of a good home invasion movie, but you hate how like they go upstairs or they're fucking stupid, this one you'll enjoy because it actually has an intelligent heroine. Actually, it's a female, so
And she's not blonde, which gets my A plus
empowerment.
Because you've got the conventions of horror, right? You've got a blonde virgin, which I hate. I'm like, okay, can we fucking just please, like with the formula, just change it up? Like
there is a lot of that. You're right. There's a lot of like even in It Chapter 2, you're like, okay, it's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna jump scares all the time. I fucking hate jump scares. It's like the cheapest form of scaring somebody. But you're like, it's happening, and it still makes you jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the blonde thing now.
Yeah. The formula.
2 Spanish films that I love that are horror. REC, REC, which if you haven't seen it, fucking watch it. Don't watch Quarantine. That's shit. Watch REC. It's amazing.
But you watch that Quarantine
The second one is good too. But the main character, who is Hispanic, is blonde. Also, The Orphanage, which is produced by Guillermo del
I
Toro.
remember The Orphanage, yeah.
And it's very sad. The main character, also blonde. Like,
Yeah.
it bleaches out into, other cultures even. Like this convention, and I don't like it. Those women are beautiful, by the way, but...
I mean, Barbara Crampton is gorgeous. She's blonde, and she's in a shit ton of horror. She's in Reanimator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always blonde.
Always.
Except in Your Next.
I'm gonna be honest. So when I was younger, I started watching a bunch of horror movies, right? And I became an insomniac because of it. Turns out
I did too. It scared me.
Yeah,
I scared myself.
But I'm only recently now watching the popular ones. So like I recently watched Nightmare on Elm Street with you.
Yep.
And I recently watched
Which is pretty
Friday the
creepy.
13th.
Yeah.
And like, I fucking hate it.
Yeah,
It's
not
so bad.
It's not
There's
great.
no suspense. Like, I'm watching the first Friday the 13th movie, which has the hockey mask on the front. There's no fucking hockey mask in the whole goddamn movie.
Yeah.
It's not even Jason. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, it's in the fucking 70s, so fuck you. But like, and also, the killer's going around killing, but there's no suspense because she's picking them off one at a time.
Yeah.
And they don't even know that anybody's been killed. So you're not like, run, bitch, or you're not like, shit's going down. You're just like, what am I supposed to care about here? I found it really, yeah. And I even watched the second one too, and I was still like, I can't get behind these.
Yeah, they're not great.
And then I watched Chucky. Everybody's like, oh, Child's Play.
Oh my god, Child's Play is so bad.
But
I watched it on Halloween like 3 years ago, and I was so sad. I was like, wow, that was...
But that's the thing. I think the reason that everybody's like, these movies are so terrifying is because they saw them as fucking kids.
Hellraiser was pretty bad,
And they
too.
were terrifying as kids.
Yeah.
Poltergeist scared the fuck out of me. And it wasn't even like the movie. It was that scene where the clown pulls the kid under the bed and is like,
I actually think Poltergeist is still pretty good. But I agree with you. If you want to watch a camp movie, Sleepaway Camp.
Sleepaway Camp!
If you can just get through it, the
It's worth it.
Middle is like a little
It's
but
a
the
little
end,
slow.
The end is...
The end is choice.
It is.
The end is fucking choice.
It's amazing.
It is. It's pretty great. I don't know what else. What's a good? I mean, I like my campy ones, like Final Girls, Tucker and Dale, Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods. I mean,
It's-
come on.
It's so fun.
It's
really
so fun. But I also, my Evil Dead and my Army of Darkness, like, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of a legit horror movie that was like supposed to be super, super scary that I really liked.
Did you see Descent?
That's the one where they all go
Yeah,
down in
in
the
the
cave
cave, yeah.
and it's like mole people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one's pretty scary.
That's scary.
Because they don't show them.
Yeah.
They play with that kind
was
of...
what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
like Jaws. Jaws was so fucking good because it's all in your head.
Yeah.
You never see the fucking shark until the end.
I think that's the element of good horror is, like...
Leaving it to the viewer's own imagination is the scariest fucking thing
It
we can
is.
think of, right?
If you
So,
can play with that, then you're golden.
yeah. I
If you
think so, too.
and if you're making a monster movie, it doesn't matter if the monster movie is that scary, but don't show your monster too much, guys.
Oh, when they do it in the trailers for movies, I'm like, fuck you, I don't need to see it.
Yep.
I don't even need to see it.
A movie that kind of got lost in time, but is actually pretty good, is a movie called Mama. Also produced by Guillermo del Toro.
I heard about that one.
If you can't tell, I kind of worship that man. So,
Yeah.
my favorite film was directed by him. So,
Pan?
yes. Mama is actually based on a short film, like a short horror film, where they do play with kind of, like a very strong image,
Right.
and then it's over. And then they were like, oh, let's make a film out of this. And I would have really liked the film if they didn't overshow the monster, because it's a great film, but they made that mistake of, because I'm sorry, like CGI is,
No, it doesn't hold up.
it doesn't.
No, I
Like,
was talking about that the other day,
even
too.
the best CGI isn't great.
I think that's why, like, the first Jurassic Park movie was so fucking good. It's still good.
It's real.
It still looks good because it was,
It
yeah.
looks real. The textures, you can't fake it. You can't
No.
fake texture.
No, because CG changes so drastically. Like, I remember going to the theaters and seeing the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire and being like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then watching it recently, it looks like a fucking cartoon because CG changes so much over the years that you can't.
It does something to the performance too.
Yeah.
It makes it more hollow.
Yeah, it does. I like real effects. Like The Fly.
We just watched The
We
Fly.
watched The
Amazing.
Jeff
Goldblum.
Goldblum. Yeah.
Killing it, yeah.
I mean, that movie had to have a fucking budget of like $5,000. Like, they rented an apartment for a week, and that was it. The Fly.
It's so good.
It is. And Gina Davis is hot, So
She be hot, yes.
she'd be hot. They're supposed to be making a second Beetlejuice, speaking of that.
With the original cast, right?
Yeah. That's what I heard.
How are they gonna do it? I don't know.
I don't know
But
either.
I love me some Keaton, so bring
Didn't
it
think
on.
ghosts aged. But we'll see. We'll see.
So, any other horror films that you feel like?
Oh, we were talking about what Tokyo Gore Police and Battle Royale,
Yes.
some foreign horror films.
I've seen some good Asian ones. Some of my favorites are definitely
Did you
Asian
see
ones.
Thirst?
Yeah.
Oh god,
That's a good one.
Is that even horror though? I don't know if that can be categorized as horror. I know it's got some gore in it, but it's really kind of
vampire movies. So
made me cry.
we'll give it a pass. It's not really a movie about like vampires or like, you know, becoming them. It's more about like
Yeah, but
love.
Interview with a Vampire wasn't a horror, was it?
I think it's considered.
Gremlins is also considered a horror, and that's
Gremlins
just
is
fucking
great.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's almost Christmas. We get to watch Gremlins soon. Yeah.
Krampus is really fun. It's a good Christmas.
I
horror
still
film.
haven't watched it.
I think we should watch it with your boy.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
'Cause
do that.
yeah, no, it's
Krampus.
It's really good, and I love the opening sequence. Is amazing. It's like,
Trick or Treat.
oh yeah, Trick or Treat is so great.
Oh my
That might be
God.
one of my favorites for
That's,
sure.
Yeah,
We should watch it.
we should watch it.
Is it appropriate? For
No, I think there's a whole like
Is it
sex in the alleyway, and you think that he's a wolf, but she's a wolf.
Oh, you
thing.
might be right.
Yeah.
But Trick or Treat is great. I went to Halloween Horror Nights last year, and they had a Trick or Treat house, and it was amazing.
See, I can't do Halloween Horror Nights. I can't do any of that shit because I have a fight response.
Yeah.
So when things pop out at me, instead of screaming and running, I swing at them.
See, I think that's why you stay away from things that might scare you, because you will literally like
Freak out. I
Freak out
have
and
a
hit
reaction.
something.
I do. I have a fucking reaction. I can't help it. And I can't see very well in my. I had to change positions.
Okay. I don't want one position. I want all
the positions.
All right, so we're back. So we were just talking about
When you dressed up as what's her face from Misery too. We didn't talk about that one.
Misery.
Yeah.
Misery's fun. Stephen King is interesting.
Yeah.
He is kind of like a horror master.
But I feel like the movies are better than his book.
I mean, I love Carrie. I
Yeah.
think both.
Okay, Carrie, I didn't read, but I read The Shining.
Yeah.
And like I read it, and I feel like they get it right when they make the movie.
I mean, sometimes, you know, like things, you can write it out and it doesn't really get the imagery, but when you finally translate that to film, I think sometimes you get it, you know?
Plus,
like,
when you have Jack Nicholson involved in anything, he's a scary motherfucker. So I do want to rewatch The Shining this year.
yeah, let's do it.
What else? What's I'm trying to think. What horror movie, like, scarred you as a child? Like, made you question, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't watch horror movies for a little while.
This is embarrassing to admit for me.
Why?
Dracula 2000.
What?
I was so scared.
Gerard Butler
I
is
was
in
so
that.
scared Dracula was gonna strip me naked and drain me of my blood.
But it was Gerard
I'm not-
Butler.
I'm not lying
Like,
to you.
I'd be okay if he did
I'm not lying to you. I was terrified.
Really?
Yes.
That's okay. Mine's stupid, too.
What was it?
So, I was probably... I don't even know how old I was when this movie came out, but House on Haunted Hill, the
Uh-huh.
remake. I love the original with Vincent Price.
Yeah.
But the remake had a scene in it where... I can't even fucking remember what they were doing. Somebody was like looking at a reflection or something, and then they look over and there's a ghost doing that shit. And it fucked me up so bad. Like, I had nightmares for a week. I couldn't sleep.
Uh-huh.
And I know that the movie's shit because I've rewatched it since. But when I originally saw it, it scared the fuck out of me. I was like, I need to stop with horror movies for a little while.
I mean, I just went through it was like middle school, where I just went through a phase where I was like, I'm just gonna watch all the horror movies.
Every horror.
I watched, and listen, watching them now, they don't scare me at all. But when I was a kid, I watched The Grudge.
Oh yeah.
I watched Pulse. I watched the one I mentioned earlier, The Descent. And they scared me. I couldn't sleep. Like, I was terrified.
Oh man.
They really scared me. But I went through that so that I could be at the level I am now.
Right.
You know?
That didn't work for me. Because I watched a shit ton of horror movies, like, over and over and over. All I did was horror. And I became an insomniac. I couldn't sleep. And I went the opposite route to where now I have, like, irrational anxiety. Like, I think a fucking zombie apocalypse could happen today. And I would not be prepared.
I mean, it could. Pyrons are a thing.
See, fucking shit. This bitch. She's always
Mad-cow disease is by pyrons, which come from the dead cells of... Yeah.
I actually, one of my friends in college sent me this. It was a website list of like 10 ways a zombie apocalypse could actually happen. And that was on there. And something else was on there. It was some bacteria, I think, was it bacteria? Something cats get, apparently, where it essentially kills them and takes over their brain function.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking weird stuff. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. You know what zombie thing I think could actually happen, though, that freaks me out is 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Where they're not really undead. Like, they do die out at the end of that. But it's like they're infected with rage, which is essentially like people rabies, right? Mm-hmm. And they run fast. That shit's fucked up.
So you don't like your zombies where they can actually get you?
No.
You know, I really love...
Keep them slow.
It would definitely be in my top, I think, Night of the Living Dead.
The original Romero's?
Yes. I think it's a really good film.
I get the whole, like, you know,
it's
consumerism, fucking...
Well, that's not actually... It was about the Red Scare.
Yeah.
And it was also unintentionally about racism, too.
Yeah, the thing is... So many people write theses about what that movie was really about, and it's all kind of bullshit.
Well, they all say like, you know, like the director has gone on record saying it was not a racial commentary.
Yeah.
But if you watch the film, I mean, no, it is. Like, it has a black man and a white man fighting over a gun. Like, it is such a power play, like, kind of thing. Like, if you rewatch it, like. There's no way.
I mean, but sometimes I also feel like people will put shit on stuff that
it's true.
Like
that was very different for the time.
That's true. But I mean, like, you can make a piece of art and somebody will come over and say how it's about women's struggle, and then the next person will come over and say how it's about white power, like all that shit. I guess it's just the way you see things, whatever. But yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't like the zombies. Depending on the
ghosts.
Well, that's different. No, I still watch them though. I had a boyfriend in college, and we used to watch A Haunted, the show that was like dramatic reenactments of hauntings. Mm-hmm. I do the quotation marks because some of them were
real bad.
Real weird. Like, there's one, this lady was telling her story that she was in love with a ghost. It was real fucking weird. But, those reenactments, I watched so much ghost shit over the years. And then I think, honestly, the only reason I don't like the horror ghost stuff is because of that twitchy shit. They use it in every fucking thing. And I don't like that imagery. I mean, I still sit and watch it, but I'm unhappy about it. I don't know.
Twitchy shit.
One of my friends cannot stand claymation.
Really?
Yeah, it scares the shit out of her. Like, Nightmare Before Christmas, she can't even watch. Anything with the claymation.
I mean, there's all kinds of weird phobias. Like, I met one of those people that doesn't like when things have holes.
Oh, that's weird.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, where it's like cavernous or like a bunch of holes. Like, it would freak her out. She didn't like that.
I had a friend who is terrified of aluminum foil. Yeah. Yeah. I think as a baby, like, he accidentally put something in the microwave with foil and it, like, sparked and he scared the shit out of him or something. That's what I think. It's weird how, like, certain phobias...
Irrational fears get started.
And then they make movies about them, like arachnophobia. Which did mess me up as a kid. I still, to this day, check my shoes before I put them on. If I get my shoes out of the basement, I'll fucking check my shoes for spiders. That movie did one thing right, and it was putting spiders in the worst fucking places that you would never think to look.
Listen, man, Dreamcatcher fucked me up. That's another Stephen King. I could not sit on a toilet for months.
Yeah.
I was so scared something was gonna get me.
Yeah.
You're so vulnerable on the toilet.
X-Files did that to me too, though. Like, the fluke monster that lived in the fucking toilet, like, they show it in the septic system. It was fucked up. Like, looking up, with that weird mouth that almost looked like a prolapsed anus. Fucked up. Anyways, yeah. I still get nervous when we go to Sweetwater, the hiking trail. They do, and it's really good for the environment, but it's basically like a big hole, and you just shit in the hole, and yeah.
You think some kind of shit monster's gonna come and get you?
I don't know what the fuck is down there. Maybe, like, not a shit monster, but like
totally
fucking bears or something. I don't know.
A bear's gonna come out of the poo and get you.
I mean, it's scary. You're looking down that hole. Fucking whatever. Darkness beneath me, I don't like. That's also why I don't like going into, like, open water.
Even if it's just shit.
Yeah, even if it's just shit. I mean, you saw Dogma. They had a shit monster come out. Shit demon.
Yeah, that's a popular theme in things.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, and the comic Wanted.
There's a shit monster in that too. Yeah, that's another one. I like the comic better than the movie.
They're very different.
Yeah.
Night and day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty much it. That covers our little segment on the cinema portion of Sex, Snacks, and Cinema. We did need a snack. Okay, what's your favorite snack to eat while watching horror movies?
I don't like actually eating, like, when I watch horror movies.
Really?
Because I tend to go for some pretty hardcore shit.
Oh, the gory shit.
So, no. What about you?
Well, we get popcorn when we go to the movies.
So you're just a popcorn loving...
Man, I love the fucking Twizzlers too.
You were such an American girl, I gotta say.
I know. Popcorn. No, I like fucking Twizzlers and the Sour Punch straws. Those are my favorite things.
Yeah, I don't really like eating at the movies. But,
you got a fucking burger the last time we went to the movies, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was hungry. It was after work.
Psh, bitch.
What? Oh. Hello.
That was a little slippy.
What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Me and my dad used to eat Reese's Peanut Butter Cups all the time when I was little.
So when you got that, you would like, yes.
Yeah, that was exciting. I can tell you what my least favorite is. I hate black licorice.
I hate Tootsie Rolls.
Really?
They taste like feet to me, and I cannot stand them. Tootsie Rolls! Please stop. Immediately.
I don't like candy corn or circus peanuts either, man. I can't do that shit.
I don't remember what circus peanuts taste like.
They taste like ass. That's what they taste like. They taste like fucking shit. They should stop making circus peanuts. They're supposed to be marshmallows, but they're not soft and fluffy. They're like chewy. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. I don't know. I like Charleston Chews. I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Can't
Twig.
fucking stand Tootsie Rolls. They get stuck in your teeth.
Oh,
they
yeah,
taste
they
like
do.
feet.
No, they do get stuck in your teeth.
Fuck Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, there's another one that's like pure caramel that every time I chew it, it's like my teeth glued together for like... I can feel like, okay, my teeth are going to pull apart if I try to like get my mouth open. My tooth is coming out. I can't do that. And I'm not a big fan of sugary shit.
I gotta say, anytime I got a candy bar in my, like, stash, it was like, cute.
Yeah, full one.
Yeah, like a full candy
Oh,
bar.
yeah.
Like a full Reese's.
That never happened to me. I
No?
didn't get the full candy bars.
Every once
ever.
they were rare, but we would get them.
I got the minis, Snickers, and
I'm from fucking Florida, so there's some rich bitches there. That's why.
I was in the wrong neighborhood then.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Never got drugs in my candy,
Me
like
neither.
they preached.
Nope. Never found razor blades.
Me
or-
neither. None of that stuff.
I don't think that shit's real.
I don't either. I think it was big fucking publicity shit to try and get kids to stop trick or treating.
Which is bullshit.
Did you hear they're trying to pass it to, instead of having Halloween on October 31st every year, to have it the Saturday before the 31st every year?
I mean, I'm not against it. But I mean, I don't know.
It'd be weird to keep track of that every year.
Yeah. Just like Thanksgiving. Which
I'm
is
excited for Thanksgiving.
coming up,
It's
and
around the
I'm
corner.
so excited. Maybe we'll do some kind of food segment where we just cover ourselves. with
Can I
food.
dress like a fucking Indian and you dress like a pilgrim and we'll just be real like...
Oh my god, can we be sexy and do it?
Yeah, obviously.
Like you only wear corn on
That's
your
a
titties?
fetish, right? Who likes... yeah, corn. Gotta be a fetish, right? It's very phallic.
Listen, we're back to sex again.
Alright, on that note, we better stop before this conversation turns even further.
Alright, well thank you for watching.
Absolutely.
As always.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful, creepy Halloween.
Yes. Eat lots of candy and turn lots of tricks.
Lots of tricks. Turn all the tricks. Yeah.
Alright, good night and thank you.
Bye.